in order to go from a boy to a man, you need to have this one mindset trait. And this is very, very important because a lot of people have failed on their journey to success, the goal that they had, because they didn't adapt and they didn't instill this principle. And it's very, very crucial to remember this at all times. And this mindset is very, very fundamental to any transformation in your life, because if you want to transform to something valuable, something rare, something that not a lot of people have, you need to go through certain phases that a lot of people won't go through. Because if something is really, really valuable, then it means a lot of people don't have it, correct?
Yeah.
So it means you have to do things that a lot of people won't do. And that thing that I'm saying is to burn all the bridges, okay? Burn all the bridges, and also mainly burn all the ships in this example, because it's more easier to understand. So imagine you want to be, let's just say you want to be a YouTuber, right? You want to be a YouTuber. This is your desired reality. You want to have like 1 million subscribers, right? But you have this backup options, right? You have some backup options just in case if you fail to become this guy, right? You can go to, you want to be a nurse, you want to be, a doctor, you want to be a lawyer, you see? You have this backup options. You're like, okay, if I do this for a year, it's okay, not a big deal. I'll go do this, okay. But you don't realize that to become an exceptional at something, you need to do exceptional things. And in order to become this version of yourself, someone who has this, you need to go through phases of really, really difficult times in order to grow, because problems just means opportunities to grow. And if your problems are small, it means you're not growing a lot. But here's what happens when people face those problems. They remember these ships that they haven't burned. They're like, okay, this is hard. What if I go here? This doesn't sound too bad. What if I go here? This doesn't sound too bad. No. The mindset that you need to remember to go from a boy to a man is that none of this matters. Burn every single boat. This one, put it on fire. Fire. This doesn't matter. If this is what you truly want, it's okay. Just set your mind on this, and no matter what happens, you go at it. You don't forget about these boats, focus on this. Now I want you, Mr. Zowen, to elaborate. What does this mean? Like, really explain to them, like, what does this mean to burn all the boats?
This is an important part of being successful, because if you want to do something hard or something good, it's going to be hard. And if it's going to be hard, the reason it's hard, because then you're going to have obstacles, you're going to want to not do it. And whenever you have these boats to go to, we're not saying these other boats are easy, but the thing is that your mind just uses a trick. Because if you're somebody who doesn't burn the boats, what happens is that you go to this boat, and then this is going to get hard, you're going to go to this boat, and then you're going to go to this boat, and then you're going to end up doing something outside that like you just have to do to pay bills, for example, when it comes to making money. So it's not even about the certain things, it's about your mindset of being someone who decides to do something and goes all out in it. Because, for example, if you don't do this, what's going to happen is that you're just going to be like just going from ship to ship to ship, and then what's going to happen is one day you're going to meet someone who didn't do that. You're going to go through your life, you're going to meet someone who didn't do that and became, like, for example, a YouTuber, like you wanted. And guess what? You're going to be bitter. Am I saying it right?
Yeah, you're going to be bitter.
Bitter, yeah, you're going to be bitter. And what's going to happen is you're going to not like this guy. And the reason you don't like this guy, because your whole life you told yourself you're going to do this, and you didn't end up doing it because you didn't understand how your brain works. Learn how your brain works. Understand that your brain is wired to keep you safe, not happy, which means that you're just going to be in the safe mode at that moment. So for example, let's say you're doing this YouTube thing, and then you've been pumping content good, and then you're still not getting results. And then you're just sitting here like, bro, if I put the same energy into school, I'm guaranteed to get something. And I know myself, I can't put the energy. But what's going to happen is you can't go do that. And then you're going to have obstacles. And then what's going to happen is bro, I don't even like this. So as soon as you hit an obstacle, be like, bro, I should go back doing YouTube, or I should do this other thing, because if I do something that I like, it's not going to be work. There's all this bullshit. But at the end of the day, what's happening, this is all just a mindset. This is a mindset, and whenever you go through this phase, you're learning. So each way, like you're learning. So let's say if it's hard and you're burning the boats and you're just staying hard, like, staying in it, you're just learning, like you're learning to have a thicker skin, which means whenever hard shit happens, you're going to keep on going. On top of that, you're slowly being different than the majority, because this is what the majority of the people will do, take the easy way out. And then at the end of it, whenever you get to this, it's going to feel amazing. It's going to feel that you're going to be in a high, and guess what? You're going to live your dreams, because that's what your dreams was. If your dream is to be a nurse, that's what your dream is. And then guess what? As soon as you get to your goal, you're going to want to do more. But because you're going to have that mindset of burning the boats, whatever you put your mind to it, if you put some fuel under you, just go towards that way, you're going to get to wherever you want. But the whole main key is to be smart and burn the Navakner.
Burn every single ship, boat, yacht, cruise ship, burn it all. Burn it all. Burn it all.
Burn that shit down, man. Oh, that's funny, man.
This is absolutely crucial to burn all the boats. But what does it take to burn all the boats? You need to have one mental trait that's going to allow you to fulfill that part at its finest. And that trait is to have a burning desire in your heart, in your mind, every single day, right? So if this is the desired reality you're striving for, every day, let's just say you are in point A and this is point B. And this is what you want. But every day you think about this and these are here. Now that you burn the boats, you need to have this. And that's a burning desire, that fire in your heart. Instead of now that you burn the boats, you gotta grab that fire, put it on under your ass. So that's a burning desire that every day you wake up.
It's that Chipotle desire.
Exactly. You got this in your mind. That you're like, okay, you know what? I'm going this route. Let's just say route 1. I get 10% done, but it's like there's like a block here. Like it just seems like I'm in like an obstacle, right? So here's what most people would do here. They were like, okay, 10%, but yeah, it's hard. Let me just go to the nursing. Let me go to lawyer. No. Now that we burn all the boats, we have one option. Either we push this so much and there's gonna be more friction, or you're like, okay, let me just go a different route about it. Let me go route 2. Then you do it, you get like a coach or something, you finally get to like 25%, just say go like 25%, right? You're like, okay, there's progress. I'm not there yet, but there's progress, right? You're like, okay, let me just push this, and then you push, you get to like 30%. You're like, okay, 30%, but like you feel that constraint again. Over here again, you kind of get reminded of the boats again. But you remember, there are no boats. You burned it all. So you're like, okay, let me go to route 3. Let me find like a new thing. Let me just increase my knowledge, increase my skills, get really better at what I do. Boom, you get like a huge education about what you're doing. You take a course, you get to 50%. You're like, okay, I don't have 1 million subs, but I have like 500K, 400K. Now you're like, okay, oh man, like I'm struggling, but like again, those problems arise, right? Those problems arise and you're like, okay, maybe it's time to give up. I already got 500K. Doesn't really matter if I go to 1 million. I can just give it up. I'm making like 10, 50K a month. I can just say fuck it and just relax, right? But then you remember that again. I wanted this. This fire doesn't go away. It's every day underneath your ass. It's burning you, but you're like, I need to get here. But some people would give up. You're like, okay, I'm kind of halfway there. Let me just give it up. But you remember this. So what can you do? Are you gonna let it be here, or are you gonna go to route 4? Another route. You go to route 4, and this time you cross that goal. You get to 1 million. But what did you learn in this process? This process of changing the routes and not giving up on your desire, but just you kind of give up on the idea of hitting your goal with this route. But the universe is infinite ways to hit your goals. Your conscious mind is limited. You're only able to use 1% of your mind. God, the world, God is abundant. If you believe you come from the source, the Most High, you're basically an expression of God. And is God restricted? Is God, not abundant? No, God is abundant. So there is different ways to get to your goal. So if you have that mindset, you're like, okay, if it doesn't work, I'm gonna go here. But you don't give up on this idea, because if you do, this fire that was allowing you to push you to get there, it's gonna burn your heart. You're gonna feel that pain forever. So you need to have this burning desire. So how can you make sure that you get the best out of that burning desire? What would you suggest?
Again, I'll give an example, a couple examples so it makes sense. You have to understand, why is it a burning desire for you? It can be anything, as long as it's a burning desire. So let's say, like, if you get in a tub, you put your head under water, and it comes to a point that you just need air. That's a burning desire, because you're gonna die. You really want to breathe. If you can teach yourself how to want something just the way you need to breathe when you don't have water, when you don't have oxygen, it'll be a lot easier to get to your goals, because that's a burning desire. So once you have the desire, that means, like, you know, like, whatever happens, I'm gonna get to that goal. Whatever happens, this is what I want. So you have to understand, why do you want it? If it's only, oh, like, I just want to flex on people, it's not gonna be enough. Maybe it is for some people, not for me. But, like, you have to know why you want to do this, and you have to have an image of the kind of person that you want to become, like, down the line. So you can, like, think about that person. Just like you're going through your day, you can just think about, oh, I want to become this person. This person does this. Why do they do this? But here. So this is what you need. You have to understand how your brain works, and that's why you have to use your brain as an advantage, because your brain is a tool. You're not your brain. Your brain is part of your body. Okay, so a good friend of mine told me this, like, you know, and this really made me understand a lot of things. So think of this as your childhood. So a lot of things come down to your childhood, and the way you had your childhood affects on the state of your mind. What state of mind are you in? And then based on the state of your mind affects your behavior, and the behaviors that you have affect the results that you get. Okay, so yeah, affects the results that you get. This is an R. Here, let me get the black one. That one looks a lot better. So that means you can't control your childhood because it already happened. What you can do is control your state of mind. So what is your state of mind? It's just thoughts. What kind of thoughts that you have, and your state of mind is based on the thoughts that you have, and the thoughts that you have give off emotions, and those emotions affect on your behavior, and that behavior affects on the results that you get. So what you got to do is, you know, like, it doesn't matter if you have good thoughts or bad thoughts. It matters what kind of meaning you give it to. Because if you have a bad thought but you give it a meaning that is good, then the emotions that you get are good. So for example, let's say if you're someone who has a lot of debt, I don't know, like, you have like $30,000, $40,000 that you have to pay, you're in debt, like, you know, you made some wrong decisions, or maybe you didn't, but you're in a situation when you have debt. So, you know, your state of mind is going to be based on your thoughts. You're thinking about your debt because it's pressure. You know, either you can think that you have debt, and that's bad, you know, it's pulling you down, and then because of that, your behavior is going to be out of scarcity, because everything you're going to do, you're going to be like scared. You're going to be like, oh, like, I got this debt, like, I made choices that got me to this position, like, I'm not trustworthy to myself, or like, I have to do, like, everything is in scarcity. So guess what? The results are going to be scarcity results, and you're not going to get the results that you want. But if you think that, okay, I got into this debt, now what? Now, guess what? I have so much pressure under me, I'm going to be working all day long. Guess what? Everyone that's competing with me, I'm going to be going a lot more because I have to, and they don't. They're just doing it out of need. No, they're out of want. I need to do this. So you see, the meaning is a little different at that point. They're like, you can, more things, like, you know, like, it's going to feel so good once I paid this off, or like I'm going to learn so much lessons from this. So whenever you keep on, every day, like, as soon as that negative thought comes to your mind, you change the meaning, you get good emotions. And once you start getting that good emotions, guess what? Your behavior is going to change on a day-to-day basis, and that behavior is going to dictate to the results that you want. So for example, as soon as you have let's say you're doing something, you get a thought, oh shit, I need to quit, I need to do something different, I have to go towards a path that makes more sense for me, I have to go towards a path that is more security. That is scarcity, because that's not the truth. That's just a thought. Maybe, yeah, like, you get, like, let's say if you have a business and then you want to go get a salary job to be safe, but guess what? Whenever you're getting that thought that you need to quit, you have to change that. You have to change that. You have to change the meaning. You have to understand, okay, my brain is trying to keep me safe, not happy, and you have to get happy that you're understanding that. guess what? You're understanding yourself more. You have more self-mastery. And then now you can switch it. Be like, look, man, as soon as I get to my goal, I'm going to look back at the stats that I'm having and I'll be like, what was I thinking? But guess what? The positive thing that you're having is like, instead of focusing on the thing that you need to make a change, you're focusing on the fact that you're getting better, like deeper self-mastery. You're understanding how your brain is trying to rule you around, make you do things. And guess what? If you can control that and stay on the path that you need to stay by the right emotions that are released based on the thoughts that you have, your behavior is going to always be towards your results that you want. And like whenever Arin was saying in here, imagine that you're someone who doesn't burn the boats. What's going to happen is that, let's say, think of this as a bridge. So this is the first thing that you try. YouTube is the first thing that you want to do. You're just putting bricks. Oh, it's hard, I'm going to quit. Okay. The second time you're like, well, I'm not going to quit whatever I start. You start doing, I don't know, like you open a body shop. You open a body shop and then you're like, okay, go. Bro, no, I don't like this shit. I don't want my life to be like this. Like, you went all this way. And then they're like, oh, it's okay. Like, this time, like, like, I gotta do something that I like. I don't like the body shop. And then you do the third thing is sales. You just get into sales. They're like, yeah, like, I'll get good. Like, I'll have good skills. I'll transfer it to my life. And you get go. You get here, you're like, bro, like all of these things that I've been trying to do are risky, bro. I gotta do something that's more like secure. Like I gotta go get like a degree, like, like I gotta go become a nurse. And then you do this, the fourth one, you go, and then you come here, like, bro, I never did good in school. Like, like I was never like someone who was a scholar. Like, no, like I'm always an entrepreneur in mind. I have to find something. And guess what? That's a year off your life. That's like 2 years off your life. That's like 3 years off your life. That's like 6 years. So if you start at 22 on my age, for example, that means, brother, at that point, you're 28. Brother, you're cooked. You're 28 at that point. And guess what? You just wasted 6 years on gaining nothing. Absolutely nothing. Guess what? You're not good at YouTube because you didn't stick with it. You're not good at body shops because you didn't stick with it. You're not good at freaking sales because you didn't stick with it. You didn't finish nursing because you didn't stick with it. So at the end of the day, you just become a failure to your eyes. And guess what? Whenever you are a failure, every day you're going to wake up, either you're going to do something about it, because if you're the type of person that wanted to do all these things, you have ambition. Either you're going to do something about it and this time learn from it, or you're just going to be miserable your whole life. You're going to know that you could have been, but you didn't. And guess what, brother? You're going to transfer that to your kids.
It's going to be generational curse.
Yes. Why would you do that, bro? Brother.
Bro, perfectly said, okay? So you mentioned that final part, for the result part, you need to understand that you need to come from a central mental state in order to generate the positive thoughts, generate positive emotions to make the right behavior, right?
Yeah.
So, now that we know that the whole game is essentially mental. As we mentioned, he said that you need to have the right mental state, meaning you need to have the right thoughts in order to generate the right emotions, to generate the right actions to hit your desired goal, right?
Yes.
And this B is your desired goal or desired destiny, right? So let's just say you want to be a YouTuber with 1 million subs. Okay, that's your goal.
Millie.
This is where you are right now, okay? Now, we understood that we need to burn all the boats to have that mindset of, listen, we are not changing anything we are doing, right? So now that he mentioned we have to have the right mental state to continue where we left off. So you need to understand, to have the right mental state, you need to understand, who is this person? What does this version of you that has this results do? Who is this person? How does he think? How does he feel? How does he live? How does he eat? All those things matter. So when we understand that, you need to understand, okay, where are you now? So if you're already in a messed up situation, you have debt, you are fat, you have no subs, it means that whatever your current mental state got you to here. So does it make sense to go to this version of you if you have the same mental state? Do you know what I mean? So the answer is no, obviously. So how are we going to tweak our mind to get to this destination? And step one was to burn all the boats, just to remind you. burn all the boats. So that's a mindset that you need to understand, that a lot of young guys, boys, they don't understand in order to become men. The second one is to have the right mindset. Okay, how are we going to get the right mindset? So as we said, we need to know who is this person, okay? Does this person give up on the first couple tries? Does this person find solutions if he ever faces obstacles? You need to decide on that, what this person does. You need to understand what this person does, and you need to do the exact same thing, because creation is finished. There is nothing new under the sun. All you do is turning the frequency of your existence, the way you think, and you're this person, and everything that this person has is going to come to you, because everything is already created. Nothing is new. So your job is pretty much to do what this version of you does now, to feel the same way, to think the same way, and to live the same way. So if you're thinking and feeling from this state, as we mentioned, that if you don't have the right thoughts and emotions, you're going to keep repeating your cycle. The cycle of having no subs or being fat, this is a cycle until you have the right mindset. So you need to be already operating as this state way before you get to this state. And a lot of us are in this stage. We live and think and feel from this stage, and we're expecting to get here. Am I dumb? Like, a lot of people they do this exact same thing. I've done this in the past. We are thinking from this stage. Of course we're not going to get here. Do you think the person that is here has these problems, has this mindset and emotions? No. So what are we going to do? We need to be this person. We need to be this person, the B person. Then whatever this person has, we're going to naturally have it. It's just a byproduct. Simple.
Can I drop an example on what you said?
Let's go.
Scared a big dog. So look, a good example of this is, for example, for you to understand what your thought process is. When he says whatever you think, whatever you think releases emotions, and those emotions cause behaviors, and those behaviors take you to the results that you get. For example, something that you might be doing. You might be someone who likes to smoke weed. Guess what? It's the weekend. You want to go see your boys. You guys get stoned together. Go eat something together. Just laugh. Be like 2-year-old kids. So whenever it comes, the Friday comes. Your homie hits you up. He tells you, oh, you want to pull up? What's your thought process? Something that you're used to. Of course I want to pull up, bro. I want to come, just have fun. Life is hard, bro. Like, I'm in a situation that just want one day just relax. You see, that's a thought process that you have. You're thinking about it. There's an opportunity that comes to be a douchebag, stupid motherfucker, and you take that opportunity. No, but generally, something happens and you go that way. A change of mindset would be that you slowly train yourself that, okay, no, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. It's affecting me bad. The next morning I wake up, I have a headache, and then I regret it. I shouldn't have done it. And what was I thinking? I'm never going to do it again. That's what I would say. And then, guess what? If Friday comes and you do the same thing, nothing has changed. You just wasted your time just shitting on yourself for no reason. But whenever you change that thought process, you become closer to this guy. So you can write down in every category. No one's gonna do this, bro. People are lazy as shit. So if you want some change, you should do it. Sit down and write down all the categories, like health-wise, fitness-wise, on top of that, money-wise, friends-wise, relationship-wise. Who is this person? And then write it down, bro. You have ChatGPT, bro. You can talk to it. It can help you do this. Take you 40 minutes to do the whole thing. Okay, maybe a little more, maybe 2 hours, but still. Anyways, and then you'll know exactly how you should think. So whenever it comes down to that decision, you can just pull up your phone, be like, okay, what would the 2.0 version of me say? He would say, no, I don't want to get high. I don't want to get stoned right now. I got shit to do. Okay, then that's what you say. And then guess what? You keep on acting like you wrote, and then you'll slowly become that person. Your actions will be a stack of proof that who you are, and then eventually you will change. And until you don't change, and all this thing, bro, you see all this thing, being in debt, being fat, no subs, nothing. Those are all very good reasons, and very good motivators to change that situation. You're in debt, That's the best motivator to not be in debt, because you're gonna hate your life when you're broke. You can't do the things that you want. Everything is like, like you're like a freaking animal. You're in chains. You have to just go work to make money, to pay bills. So guess what? That's gonna be a freaking crazy motivator to really change shit. Oh, you're fat? Brother. Brother, go to the pool, bro. Or like, I don't know, like if you're one of those guys who's just like all confident and shit and they don't care. I don't think that's true, but there's some guys who don't. So I don't give a shit, do what you do. But if it bothers you that you're fat, brother, why don't you put like the fattest picture that you have on your screen and you look at it every day? Like why don't you put it on your wall? Every day you wake up, you look at it. Or like, why don't you wear some tight clothes and go walk around so you start feeling bad about yourself, and then you'll make some changes. And then if you don't have no subs, I don't know, let's say for someone who really wants subs and you don't have no subs, you can just look at all the people that are in your age getting shit done because they want to and you're not. So, all this shows that you have to have pain, bro. Like if you have debt and you don't give a shit, you're a douchebag, you're like, I'll just do bankruptcy. Well, it doesn't matter. If you're fat and you're just like high all day or drunk, or like you just like tell yourself you don't care, like I look good in the way I do, guess what? You don't have pain. You do have pain, you're just acting like you don't. Anyways, and if you don't care about not having subs, you're not going to make any changes to have the subs. So you're going to understand what is the pain behind of you not having the thing that you want. So
and what does pain give you? Burning desire.
Pain gives you burning desire to be out of it, to be out of that situation. Guess what? So if you have debt, if you're fat, if your chick left you, what else is there? What else is there? I don't know, bro. Like if you have like an uncle that thinks they're the shit, they know everything about life, but they're a dumb fuck, don't know shit. That's a burning desire, bro, to like prove that guy wrong, that like kick your ass out, like like chill down, you don't know shit.
Whenever relatives, family tell you like you haven't done anything,
Yeah,
like, what you done? What you doing, huh? That's a burning desire.
Yeah, that's a burning desire to really like, change some stuff. First of all, so like they get happy for you. Second of all, to show them that they need to not talk as much, just let you do your thing.
Exactly. So, long story short, pretty much what he's saying, as I covered before, is number one, burn all the boats, and number two, you must be this person way before you become this person. You have to embody this version every single day, every single moment. Then it's gonna happen. So, the right mindset to have is to be before you become. So you have to basically live this person every day to become this person. Simple as that. So this is the mindset that turns you from a boy to a man, and it changed everything. And since then that I personally adopted this mindset, I'm sure he's adopting this mindset, we've made progress. I'm not gonna say we made insane progress, but we made progress to the point that we are like, okay, this system works, and everybody ahead of us, they're way doing better. They all talk about the same thing. So there must be some proof. So this is the right mindset to have to go from a boy to a man. And listen, I personally believe we already did a video like a couple months ago talking about the importance of getting jacked. And as we said, when you're fat, you have that burning desire to kind of, change your body. And I went through my own transformation from going a fat guy to a fit person. And personally, for me, it allowed me to think way differently from everything, let's just say from YouTube to all aspects of your life. Your mindset, it changes you who you are, because you're like, you need to build a certain system to get your desired physique. And I've done it. I've helped a lot of people do it. So if you feel like you're ready, book a call with me, and then we're going to see if you're the right fit to work with us. Shout out to my guy Zalven. He always pulls up with some great sauce. If you haven't seen our last video, you're missing out, because like I think we are currently on like 6,000 views already, and like a hell of people commented like this video is like crazy, very useful. So go check that out. I'm gonna put the link in the description. And Mr. Zalven, any final words, any motivational words for the people?
I wasn't bald in that video. No, it's not motivation. Just like something that I would say is like the best action step that you can take is just decide who you want to be and really take time to understand why. And then once you know it, just write down who that person is in their everyday life. What are the things that they do, especially when times are hard? And then guess what? You just have a blueprint of the best individual that you can be for yourself. It's different for everyone. But every time you're feeling like shit, every time you're feeling like changing the course of your freaking life, every time like you go through shit or like you go something, just pull that up and then be like, what would he do at this point? And you just act like it. And then when you act like it long enough, your brain will recognize, your subconscious mind will understand that it is you. And then you will become him, bro. But
Boom.
you're not that guy right now.
That's it. That's all you do. So that's your action step. Write down you want to become and live that person every single day. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye-bye.
Peace out.